Here's a good lesson for people out there who want to act. It's not competitive. Don't make it competitive because you're not really competing against other people. You're just doing your best job.
My name is Adam Gaynor, and after selling 25 million records as a former original member of the band Matchbox 20, I decided to come to Hollywood and open an entertainment company called Creationville. I've shot reality TV sizzles, animation shorts, and even manufactured plush toys overseas. But when it was time to launch the company, I needed help. So I called in a few friends to help us all navigate Hollywood. This is Creationville.
What is pre-show, pre-roll? Because I'm new here. This is my first day on the job.
Yeah, take your time.
He's explained it, and every time I don't get it. It changes every week.
So what it is it's the pre-show that you see post-show. I always make it I try to make it complicated. Imagine if you're going to the football game, but the pre-show you didn't get to see till the game was over. So it's post-show, pre-show. So here's the deal.
Why don't you call it the after show?
Yeah, that could have been because it's pre-show. It's before the show. We're filming it before the show, but you're seeing it after the show. So it's the pre-show, after show.
Pre-show, after show. The pre-show, after show.
Yeah. So for Peter, from now on, it's known as the pre-show,
after show.
I'm not even partaking in any of this.
Synchronization in 3, 2, 1. Oh my God! Welcome back. Welcome back to the show. What a pre-show we had today.
Pretty exciting.
I don't know if it was exciting, but it was 3 hours long.
It was really good.
It was a 3-hour pre-show, and our guest, which we haven't announced yet, this is the time. So mystery guest, this is a time where you're not seen until we introduce you.
That's why I'm not talking.
No, you're allowed to talk.
Yet. Oh,
you're allowed to talk.
Okay.
But you can't.
But nobody knows who you are.
Nobody knows who I am.
You can't
guess who I am.
Yeah, guess who he is. Do you want to do a little voiceover?
Hello out there. This is mystery guest number 1.
Yeah, mystery guest number 1.
I like him. I think his voice sounds confident.
I'd like to know, do you like canoeing, mystery guest number 1?
I love canoeing. And
so weird.
Canoe all day long sometimes.
I canoodle. Is canoodling the same?
That's what she said.
As canoodling? What a week this has been, by the way.
Yeah.
In this 1 week alone, I wrote and directed a screenplay.
What did I do?
I produced a television show.
What did I do?
By the way, I didn't do any of that. But what did you do, Randy?
I became.
Oh no, you did this last week.
I don't care. I'm going to say it again.
But you can't keep saying that.
I'm going to say it every
shows
week.
There? What happens if the show airs?
I'm going to say it every
2027
week.
Okay. What did you do?
I molted into an American. Got my citizenship.
Oh, did you? From where? That was my English accent. You saw this mystery guest number 1. Oh,
right.
It's an English accent.
I was in London. No, from Toronto, Canada.
Wow, so you're Canadian.
I'm a Canuckian.
Canadian.
See,
Peter, are you Canadian?
Yeah, we're all
You're both
Canadians.
Canadian.
No, I'm American.
No,
American.
He wishes.
We have so
You're
much.
Canadian.
I am.
Did you really get your citizenship?
I did,
Oh, that's
really.
fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you. I had to study 100 civics.
Did you have to learn
question
English to pass the test?
I had an English test, actually.
Okay.
They say a sentence, 4 lines, and you have to say it and write it back.
You have to say it and not say A at the end of it,
No,
and then you're in.
that
If you
was
can get
awesome.
through the sentence without saying A at the end, they're like, you're American.
Couldn't do it, eh? Hoser. I called him a hoser. He's just going to stare at the...
No, I just want to make sure you got it out.
We're here.
We have talked about his citizenship every single show. Oh. And as a matter of fact, there was a day I came into the office, and I was trying to get ready for the show, and they were listening to his story for an hour, and the show had started 40 minutes before that. And I was just like, what is going on with the show? And Randy was talking about, and then I had to say I had to recognize the Statue of Liberty. And then I asked him, can you do,
Did you help him with the test?
Yeah.
I have one Canadian joke.
I had a nap, by the way.
So here's my Canadian joke.
Yeah, no problem.
How do you get a Canadian to say they're sorry?
I don't know how.
You step on their foot. You get it? Because you step on their foot,
polite.
you step on their foot, and they
Yeah.
say, I'm sorry. Because they're so polite.
It's true.
Because they're so polite.
How do you get 10 Canadians out of your pool? Just ask them.
They're that's because we joke, but Canadians are the nicest, kindest
I don't
people.
think so. Not on this show. Not on this show.
I do.
I'm
See?
the nicest.
It's American right
See
here.
what I mean?
Rude
There
American
you go.
right here.
There you go.
And see, the Canadian didn't even say anything when you were saying mean things about the Canadian.
Wait, I'm sorry. Were you saying something mean about me?
Randy,
Truly sorry.
Randy is the nicest Canadian we've ever had on the show today.
Really?
For
Did you? Is that true? Like, did you win an award of being the nicest Canadian?
On this show today.
Apparently, there's a contest, and I won.
know a lot of hockey players. I don't know if you know that the Ottawa Senators. I have friends on the Senators. I have friends on the Rangers.
Impressive,
Bruins.
and I love
friends
that.
on the Saddleback Mongolian beef.
I have all their album.
Yeah. So we have a really big show. I don't know why we're dilly-dallying. We're 4 minutes into the show, and I feel like, again...
I think we should get to our guest, because he's awesome.
What kind of a melody do you have for our guest? I feel like you're not prepared.
Well, if you need
Are you
to
prepared
know,
for a song?
I'm super prepared
Let me hear some music for our guest, a little entry music.
Well, I need you to start the introduction.
Well, everyone's out there has probably guessed by now who it is, right?
He has a great voice. I love his voice.
Super great voice. I'm waiting for you to start
Can you please start the music? I don't know why we're fighting over this.
The intro. All
Can
right.
I have a little music? Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Actually, you know what? Yes. Ooh, that is so good.
Yeah. Let's just get into this.
Yeah.
Randy, you got a little bit. Can you do a drum beat with your hands?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've never done this. That was off. Let's do it again. Okay, listen. It's a little lower.
Really? You gotta put in cat noises every once in a while.
That's a
That's
sample.
because Adam loves cats.
I do love cats. I love all animals,
I wish that he
including
did.
llama and ferrets.
I
all
wish that
animals
he
equal.
did.
Sharks.
It's not that he hates cats; he's just allergic, deathly allergic to cats.
This show's
That's why
gonna-
when I became friends with Adam, I did not have a cat, and he said, "I want to come over," and I said, "Oh, I just got 10 cats."
You got a cat.
Yeah.
So I'm not angry about the cat. I love cats. I just can't touch them because they make me unhealthy. But I love. Yeah, if we have a cat, I'll bring a cat in. Our next guest, by the way, Randy, is the epitome of a seasoned professional. This dude is we have professionals, we have unprofessionals, and we have this dude. This is my guy.
Seasoned.
He was born
Like
under
salt and pepper.
I'm gonna have to ask the guest to simmer down for a second. This is his intro.
I know.
He's got to. Everybody's got to simmer down.
I know.
Okay, I'm sorry. By the way, I'm angry right now.
It's okay.
There was a very difficult pre-roll. They ganged up on me. Randy dropped the stick.
He threw it at you.
He did throw it at me.
People out there don't know that you just threw a stick at you.
So our first guest, our only guest, our guest today was born under the cool breeze of a shady palm tree in all places Jamaica.
Jamaica. I actually was born in Jamaica.
So
By the way,
jealous.
you're not here.
Oh, I'm not here.
You're not
So
here.
jealous.
Yet
I'm
he's
not
still-
kidding, by the way.
Everybody quiet. Quiet.
Jamaica.
This is not how the show is run. By the way, this could be how the show is run.
Jamaica me crazy.
Thank you. That's
that
true.
was awesome.
Yet, even though he was born in Jamaica under the shady palm and the cool breeze, he still managed to fight and claw his way into Hollywood. And not only did he show up, Randy, this guy kicked Hollywood's butt. I'm very proud of that. Okay, this guy's had roles in such movies as Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn, add in Finding Amanda, Can't Hardly Wait, The Scorpion King, 6 Feet Under, Hollow Man 2, The Damned, Gangsterland, and add in some television, a little SWAT. Give me a little Nurse Jackie that our own technical producers came in and said, hey, dude, were you on Nurse Jackie? That's our favorite show. Yeah. Sure, he gets that every day. He was in Damages, and I don't know, American Odyssey Mystery Guest, was that TV or film?
That was television.
That was television. This dude just shot 13 Minutes and The Ravine. He also, because he had some spare time, wanted to write and direct Hour of Lead, which was a feature that not only played at the Mammoth Film Festival, but actually won the favorite film of the Mammoth Film Festival. Even the score, by the way, which is part of the excitement of me, won Best Score for the festival, hailing straight from Jamaica, but not wearing a New York Mets practice jersey with his
Worst
name on it.
accent ever. Go ahead.
You know what? I actually stuttered over the word.
Bad.
You know what was weird?
That was so
I
bad.
didn't. I said the word Jamaica, and if you rewind the tape, I stuttered, and that stutter I tried to turn into an
We'll take it
accent.
out. We'll
just
take it out.
Check out the
We'll
tape.
take it out.
Yeah,
Awful.
we'll take it out. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my pal and the actor you have seen in everything, Peter. Say your last name.
Facinelli.
Facinelli, folks.
Thank you.
Pistol Pete.
Facinelli.
Wow. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Are you exhausted?
It's over now.
Yeah.
We had such a great intro.
I feel like
I think that
you
took the
guys.
whole. That was the whole show. Was
Don't
the
you
intro.
feel like you and Randy had more fun during the intro than me?
Well, the pre-roll show,
The
after
pre-show,
show,
pre-roll
that was-
after party.
Yeah,
I have so many questions, but I'll wait.
Wow. I'm going to give you 2 solid minutes.
I have
love it.
zero
I love
answers.
it.
So go
I
ahead.
love it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, we've taken so much time away from our guests by the way, by you guys bantering for 6 solid minutes. I would like to wonder if you're interested in doing little 5 things, Randy.
I am. Absolutely.
Right.
Well,
So
I mean, normally
here's-
you do it.
He got a stick out, so I'm getting scared. Go ahead.
Here's the deal. So
It's a
I'm
drumstick, though.
So not mystery guest Peter. I'm going to ask you a series between 5 and 97 questions.
Okay.
Okay. Depending upon your long-winded answers or not, will determine how many questions we get through.
Yes, I'll just put yes and no. I'll just say yes
It's
and no.
fine. Are you ready to play the 5 things?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Roll it.
I think you ripped this off from the Friends theme. I think that's
Listen, that's we have a new 5 things theme, and you were part of the new experience.
okay.
Can I hear it again? That's it.
That's definitely the, part of the Friends theme. You
I
know,
wrote
Friends-
that.
You wrote the
I wrote
Friends
that.
theme?
No, I wrote that.
Okay.
I
think you ripped off the Friends theme.
Yes.
I-
Totally ripped it off.
If I wrote the Friends theme, I wouldn't be here with you guys now. I'd have my own island somewhere. So
Jamaica.
Let me get this straight.
Plagiarism.
You were or were not born on a tropical island with Gilligan and the Professor.
I was not.
Okay, so where were you really born? Not Jamaica.
I was born in Jamaica, but Jamaica Hospital in Queens.
See,
Oh, you know
I told you,
what?
Randy.
This
I
is
told
some
you.
bull
True.
crap.
I told
True
you.
story.
I'm out.
That is
No, I'm
true.
out.
Yeah,
I'm out.
I told you it wasn't the tropical
Wow.
island. No one believed me.
Led me down the
Yeah.
garden path.
All right, so my research and development made a hard, but you know we were acting. This is-
Jamaica.
by the way, acting.
He makes it seem so easy.
Yeah.
I mean, he was acting before like he was acting like he drank water, and
Yeah.
it was like
Did you,
it was
did
such
you
a
hear?
good
By the
job.
way, cheers, Randy.
Oh,
Cheers.
Lord.
Welcome
You
to the
don't
show.
deserve a cheers for making
Peter,
me think it was
Peter,
born.
welcome to the show. Ah, cheers. So I'll take a sip. Let's do this camera sip. Do you have any
Glug, glug,
tangent
glug,
music?
glug, glug,
Do you have any
glug, glug,
music for this?
There you go. Wow. I'm thinking. I'm in deep thought.
So here's your 5 things. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, first most important thing. And we're
Here
getting
we go.
sports out of the way.
Yeah.
Sports out of the way.
Yes.
Famous New York sports affiliations. I'm a big sports guy. And I don't care if you guys aren't out there.
Are you really a sports guy?
This hurts my feelings.
Just
Most
because
people-
you have an LA Dodger hat on.
Is that what that is? Is that what that is?
No, he doesn't.
No, he
I
thought
thought
it
it
said
was-
la
Yeah.
because he's
Yeah.
I thought it
he's
was
a
the-
musician, so he thought the hat said la.
I thought it was the LA Philharmonic. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? So my question to you is,
What does my hat stand for?
Met Purdue?
It has a P on it. What is
Purdue,
that for?
Pennsylvania, Purdue.
No, Peter.
Poo
Okay.
poo 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 pee pee.
It
caca,
wasn't a
papa.
recognized brand to me, to be honest with you. So
I don't know what this brand is.
I agree.
Poop.
So Mets or Yankees?
I have to go Yankees.
I'm so angry already. That started. Giants or Jets?
Giants.
Good. Knicks or Nets?
Nuts.
Wow, he went there.
Pistachio. Okay. So Rangers or Islanders?
I'll go Rangers.
So far, you're pretty good. Hen crushers or stunted rhino?
Rhino.
Me too. All right. So we got everything settled down. That's for me.
Man, I'll be right here when you need me.
That's
I'll
for
just
me.
be right here.
All right. So let's go. We're going to do, this is going to be a little bit of pressure because I don't have time.
This is so much fun, by the way. Honestly, out there, I don't know if you're having a good time, but I'm having the best
Thank you,
time.
Peter. Give me one of these on camera.
of these?
Yeah.
Boom.
Blow it up to the sky. All right. So I'm going to, I have a set of timers here.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
What game did you steal those off of? by
I
the
just
way?
bought these on the
You
on the
really did?
interweb. I bought them
Oh.
for the show.
Wish.com.
So, you just told me
I
about
told you
that.
about Wish.
I don't know if we could support them.
Why?
But because I don't know
they're
if we're going to get in trouble.
From China?
No, I love China. I love
You're
Chinese.
afraid they're going to
I love Asian
give you
people.
the
I
coronavirus
love-
through
No,
the packages?
I
I'm
don't
not
know
afraid.
about them. Why don't you tell me?
Wish.com is.
Oh, my God.
I found this app called Wish.com, and
hope we can
literally
talk about
they
this.
have like anything that you could possibly want for like $5.
I'm going to come.
So like I literally got a
I'm
leaf
getting
blower.
20 things.
I got like a leaf blower the other day. It was like $5, $6.
No, you
$7.
did not.
Yeah, they have like
Only blows one
knockoff
leaf.
But it only blows one leaf at a time.
Yeah.
It was like this big. It was like the size of a toaster oven.
I love
It was
it.
like a miniature leaf blower.
I'm so in.
But,
I'm
Well,
in. I'm
sorry,
there.
guys. Time's
Look
up
up
for the show.
Wish.com. You'll
see
thank
you
me
guys
later.
I'm
next
downloading the app
Yeah.
as we speak.
time. Okay, so let's get back to the show. And by the way, I love the endorsement. I'm going to hashtag them, and if Wish.com
Wants
supports
to
the
send
show,
me I want a leaf blower.
The only thing is, it takes like 4 weeks to come, like
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's
It's
from
on a-
China, so it's like I don't know.
It's fine, though.
Right, it takes 4 to 6 weeks to get here. So then I'll get packages. I'll be like, I forgot I ordered.
Okay,
this.
so $5 for a leaf blower,
Oh my God.
$98
Oh my
shipping.
God.
yeah, that's
Thanks,
pretty
okay.
much what it is.
So thank you so much for playing. I now have to reset my timer.
You don't have dice?
I don't have dice. Oh, we
Yeah.
could do a dice game next time. So here's the deal, Peter. We're going to go through the 5 things question, which
Yeah.
we don't have our thing up, but
I feel like we should go really serious with this interview.
we
Like
are.
this- okay.
I am. So
like James Lipton just passed
Yeah.
away, so it should be more like
yeah,
that.
this is what
Like
I'm.
a
This is
Lipton
what I'm trying to do
as a
with the
tribute.
LA Philharmonic hat. So
How many things are you going to ask him?
The law hat.
it depends upon. Right now we have. We only have time. Do you see the timer of the show?
Yes.
At 25, I wrap you up.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know.
We're wasting time. Now I'm under pressure.
Wow. Did I not just tell you guys for 13 minutes and 24 seconds we're wasting time? Here we go. And we've only run
ask me
over
something
once.
quick.
Thank you. So you're a first-generation American citizen whose parents came from Italy.
Yes.
You have 60 seconds to set up the story of your parents' journey. There's no pressure, but you will be timed for dramatic effect.
Okay. So my mom came from Italy. This is harder. My mom came from Italy when she was like 17 years old. My dad came to New York when he was 18 years old. And they met in Canada.
Yeah, they did.
And so,
you're welcome.
Yeah. And so my mom had like 13 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
And one of her brothers married my dad's sister.
You're welcome again.
Which is kind of, it's not incestuous. Look it up.
Yeah, it's
and
legal.
so then all of a sudden, my mom and dad were they went to a baptism.
Parents?
They were the godparents, yeah.
Okay.
And so they met each other, and they fell in love. But they actually met in Italy for the first time when my mom was 15. He dropped off a package at her house, but her village was like 30 minutes away, and the families kind of knew each other, you know.
This is romantic.
But he only met her once. She was 15. He was 16 or 17. So
He waited.
he waited for her.
He
Then they didn't meet again until they met in Canada, like years and years later.
Right.
Well, not that many years.
Bonus
years
30 seconds. Bonus 30 seconds.
And then they fell in love, and they would write letters to each other once a week. It was so cute.
Oh, that's sweet.
You know,
That's
they didn't
sweet.
have texting back then.
Love the story. And in Cliff Notes, in case you fell asleep, his parents were from Italy, didn't know each other, came from the same village, met each other through the sister of a brother of a thing, were married. Then they wound up meeting because of that, fell in love, kept in touch, eventually moved. She was in Canada. He was there, lost siblings, moved to the United States of America. And dad, here comes the second part. Dad was basically literally washing dishes. The proverbial American success story. Your mom had 13 brothers and sisters. Somehow they blew by their early stations in life of just joining the American. So did they become full citizens, by the way?
Well, my dad was a citizen through his dad, because his dad used to come back and forth and like
we went through that.
And so he had citizenship. He had to get to America before he was 18, or he would lose his citizenship.
Right.
So he got here when he was
Mom?
17. And my mom didn't have American citizenship, but when they got married, they became American. A funny story: when they got married, they got married in Canada.
Yep.
And then when they were
You're welcome again.
They were driving down to the U.S. and they got stopped at the border. And so for some reason, my mom had to go. They wouldn't let her cross the border.
Oh.
So they were like, "No, we just got married," but they didn't let her cross the border. So my dad had to go back to New York,
thank you for being
hire a
on the
lawyer,
show.
blah blah blah, get her back.
Whoa.
So it was like,
Awful.
yeah, they never
was
had a
terrible.
honeymoon. So I always threaten them every year to go. You know, I'm going to send you on that
I
honeymoon.
think
You never
more
went to.
importantly than all of that nonsense is you should be very proud of them for setting all this up for your life.
I am very proud.
Can you
of
think
them,
about
I
that
am.
for a second? We never get a chance to tell our parents this. I like to have emotional moments.
I
Tell
just
your
talked to my
parent-
mom and dad today.
Tell them how proud you are of them
Mom,
and
Dad,
appreciative.
I'm so proud of you guys. And thank you for getting together and creating me.
For some reason, that needed Latin music.
That's I Dream of Genie music.
That was-
That was like
That was as close as I had
was
to
a-
Italian music.
rumba.
That's all I had.
Oh,
All right.
speaking of Italian music, my dad plays
Oh,
the
God.
accordion.
I
I
honestly don't know.
love that.
you know,
I
I
don't
used to
have
think it
time
was
for
the
this.
worst instrument ever,
don't
but
have time.
Sort of annoying, but I love it.
But now I
love
think
it.
it's like the coolest thing because
It's romantic.
Hard.
It's
hard
and
to
it's a
play.
romantic sounding
It is a
instrument.
hard thing to
Something in my
play.
eye. Okay, so was your family always supportive of your choices to be an actor?
Well, supportive how? How
Like
do
when
think?
you said you wanted to be, when did you want to be an actor, and what did they say when you said
I
it?
saw Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid on television
How
when
old?
I was like 12 or 13.
Okay.
And I thought, wow, those guys look like they're having fun. So I went to my mom and I said, Mom, Dad, I want to be an actor. And they kind of laughed at me. So then I never really mentioned it again.
Yeah.
Because
What'd you say you were going to do? What'd you tell them you'd be?
Well, I said I would be a lawyer because that was like, ooh, a lawyer in the family. That's
lawyer.
amazing.
Exactly.
So then for years and years, I just told him I'd be a lawyer. And then when I never did a high school play. I never did acting.
That's crazy to me.
Ever.
You had this bug. Did you have a real bug and you tried to just appease them by holding back the bug? Did it
Yeah.
hurt? Did it hurt to hold
It hurt
suppress
to
it?
get laughed at a little bit. So then I
Oh,
was
man,
like,
that's
oh, well,
crazy.
well, we knew no one in the business,
Yeah.
and my parents both were from Italy, so they were
You
like,
didn't have any thespian friends?
No.
Sports guy? Are you a sports guy? Do you have sports friends?
yeah, I got sports.
Artistic friends?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I said that I'd be a lawyer, and then I went to St. John's University. I studied pre-law there.
Is that the Redmen?
Yes, St. John's Redmond.
I love my sports knowledge.
And
Thank you.
and so then I met a guy who was a manager, and I started taking his acting classes on the side.
Is that in New York?
Where were you exactly?
In New York.
Right. New York.
And he managed like Steve Buscemi, Willem Dafoe.
Oh, wow.
And I just happened to meet him. And he changed my life. Sometimes there's like that one person that literally just changes your life.
How old were you at that moment?
I was 18 years old.
18 years old.
And he was a manager and taught acting.
Yeah, he was a manager and he taught acting. And then he said, listen, if you're serious about acting, you should study it, and he helped me transfer into NYU and study theater there.
That's crazy that you were
because I had
at
never
NYU.
done any acting. I'd never done a play. I'd never done anything. And
that you were accepted at NYU with such little experience is a huge accomplishment, Peter.
Yeah.
You know that. Like, people out there don't understand how serious
well,
it is.
I mean, I think it was a testament to his acting classes that he helped, and he also like wrote letters to help.
But if you sucked, they weren't going to probably let you through the door, buddy.
Probably.
Yeah,
I don't know. But I'll tell you this. So then I went to my parents and I said, so listen, I want to transfer into NYU and I want to study theater.
Yeah.
And my mom and dad were like, well, why you want to study theater?
Yeah,
You know,
not
you're
law.
going to be a lawyer. You're going to be a lawyer,
course,
right? And I said, no, but I'm really shy, Mom and Dad, and I need to take acting classes because you have to get up in front of people like the jury. And, acting classes help with that.
Yeah.
So they bought it.
Is that let's
true
let's
story.
go into
And they found that out right now.
Yeah.
Live.
This is definitely the Friends theme, by the way. I think you're getting sued.
My God.
So I'd like to go into a little tangent. This is a learning moment. Peter, hold on, stay with me.
Getting
Peter,
busy.
we're running out of time.
I'm getting vertigo.
We're running out of time.
I'm floating. Are you floating?
Peter, so let's have a learning moment for the kids outside, okay?
Yes.
What would you recommend as a first step
Slow motion.
to
No.
I'm so angry. But the show's over.
Oh, see ya.
So what would be the advice you would have to someone who's looking to get into the acting profession? Is that a first step, going to school and
That
acting
was the
class?
first bit of acting that I
Is
utilized.
it helpful to jump into a class first?
Yes, definitely jump into a class first.
Did you ever do one-on-one with him, or was it always like typical class?
Good question.
Class
No,
format.
I mean, there really is no one-on-one with acting.
No, but you can take like I heard you can take
that's a monologue.
private lessons.
Oh yeah,
I'm saying one-on-one, like because
you would have to like. That's
mostly
like a
classes.
coach. It's
Mostly
really mostly
classes.
classes because you need.
A
That's like
coach
taking
too.
tennis lessons by yourself.
Let's define
coach is
this.
one-on-one,
No,
right?
a coach you would have to
coach is
define a
one-on-one.
part.
Right.
Let's say
Yes.
you were working on a specific
Exactly.
part. You would go to a
love it.
coach.
Go to a
You'd
coach.
read
I love
lines
it.
with him.
Yes.
I
Kids
love it.
need to know this. They
Yeah,
don't know.
no, 100%.
All
Like
right.
you're right. Adam.
Thank
Like
you.
you would hire a coach to like help you with a part you already had, but in order to grow as an actor, you need to like have other people to work with.
You are literally on the timer. Tell me your first big break in Hollywood. How did it happen? What happened?
Well, I'm still waiting for it. So.
No, bull.
Come
He's been in a million things.
I would say the first thing that I ever did, I was in college.
Yep.
I was in NYU and I was studying theater there. I had a semester left, and I got a Law and Order episode.
That's
and it was
amazing.
the guest lead of the Law and Order
That's
episode.
crazy amazing.
So my parents, so then I was doing the Law and Order episode, and Dick Wolf was there, and he came down to the set.
Producer,
and he said,
very huge executive
huge producer.
One of
he
the biggest
produced
of all
the
time.
Law and Order. And he said, well, what do you want to do? I really like your work. And I said, well, I'm in school and I'm studying acting, and I'd like to, be a professional actor as a career. He said, well, come back next week. I have another show that I want you to read an audition for to be a guest actor on that. So then I booked that one too. So then within 2 weeks, I had like 2 guest leading actor jobs. And so I had to take off from school because I was like, I'll just take a week off for this one job, but then I couldn't. I had to take off the rest of the semester. So then I
You have to make
ended
a big decision.
Yeah, I said, well, I'll just take the semester off and then I'll go back. And I ended up never going back because I ended up.
I have a question. Do you typically, when you go and read an audition, do you have an idea of how many people you're up against? Is it 10, 5, 100?
Oh, you never really know, honestly.
But what do you think it is? What do you
know.
think the reality of that is?
You don't really think about it because honestly, you just go in and you do your thing, and then
Horsey blinders, stay in your lane.
Just want to know.
Honestly, you don't know. I mean, you never know. Maybe there's somebody that they actually like and have for the role already.
Sure,
There's 1,000 different
scenarios. I realize that.
So then you really just end up focusing. The only power you have is really focus on your work. That's why it's like
big lesson.
Here's a good lesson for people out there who want to act. It's not competitive. Don't make it competitive because you're not really competing against other people. You're just doing your best job.
It's like
and
golf.
don't take it personally.
That's golf.
Yeah.
Can I say something? Yeah. This is what we preach to the show. When I talk to the kids that are going to an American Idol audition, you put your horsey blinders on. You stay in your own lane. You do the best job you can. You can't control. When I was in this big band, I didn't care if the Goo Goo Dolls were putting out a big record. Who cares? If we do a good job, people will listen. It's not about everybody else.
No,
it's about your
you just do
lane,
your thing.
Your thing. Love that. That's best advice anybody got today.
Yeah.
All right, another question. You ready? What was the big break? And so you got the first job. Yeah. Then what's that moment that freaked you out? You got the call, won the part. Give me something.
Geez, well, I did a movie called Can't Hardly Wait.
Yep.
That was like that was the first big like studio film.
Yeah.
That
How exciting was it to show up on that kind of a set?
How many people auditioned? Just kidding.
0. I don't know. I mean,
push a button.
But yeah, that was kind of fun because that was like that was the first film I did that had like went to like 3,500 screens. I was like went to mass theaters, and I remember my grandma was like 90 years old, 85 years old, and she went to the theater. It's a high school teen movie.
Yep,
So like,
that's awesome.
My dad took her. He said on the way out, the movie was called Can't Hardly Wait. And one teen kid, you know how teens are, they looked at her and they said, "What's this old lady doing here? Can't hardly wait. She can't hardly walk."
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, that's cute.
That's not cute. That was really mean.
No, yeah, that's
what a good line.
Yeah. But anyway, so that was like the first big like movie that that was kind of cool to, and that was only within the first couple of years of my acting career.
It's kind of
so
ridiculous.
Nice,
yeah, you kind of jettisoned.
To go from like never doing a play to like all of a sudden being on like, all these screens. That was exciting. It was exciting times. And then of course Twilight, which was pretty huge because Twilight was like one of the biggest movies of the decade that just went from all over the.
That was pretty insane to see in Twilight. That was pretty exciting. That's pretty big. That must have been a big.
I remember being in Thailand and somebody was like, "You're Carlisle," and I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it reached all the corners of the earth." Yeah, so that was pretty cool.
That's as big as it gets. That franchise.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Was that pretty cool?
Exciting.
Was it fun filming with the other kids and the other guys?
Oh, it was so much fun. I mean, I was
Give me a
blessed.
story
We got to do like
story.
5 of those movies. So honestly, it's a big blur now. It's like. It's like being in the trenches. You just, you're making these movies and then they're coming out and then you back in the trenches making the movies.
I felt that way about our pre-show.
Yeah.
A bit of a, sorry, that was my own, I had one joke of the day. That was my best joke. All right,
that was pretty good.
Thank you. So, all right. So I don't really have a whole lot of time to discuss this.
That's okay. He's got lots of timers though. He's
but
got all these little timers.
So you went to directing and writing your Hour of Lead, which won the
Hour of Lead.
Hour of Lead. Oh my God, I did that 4 times. By the way, the joke is I wrote lead, but it's lead. And then I wrote.
Well, it's spelled L-E-A-D, so a lot of people say lead.
I'm a moron, by the way. And it's
I think it's moron.
Yeah, moron.
What a maroon.
I'm a maroon. So I apologize, by the way.
No
so you wrote and directed that. What was the difference transition of being behind the camera instead of in front of it? Did you find that daunting? Were you freaked out? Were you chill? Were you nervous?
That was my second. That was my second directorial.
How'd it feel?
Feature.
Pressure?
No, I mean, look, when you're doing it again, it's every day. It's one day at a time. Yep. So that's a great show. One day at a time.
It'll never work.
But it could be daunting when you look at it. But it's like with any movie, any part, you look at it, and as a whole, it's completely daunting.
Yeah, of course.
And then you kind of split it up into moment by moment, day by day, and you get it done. But I'm really proud of it. I'm really excited about this film. Thomas Jane and Haish are in it, Jason Patrick, and they're so fantastic. I love actors, so it's so much fun for me to be able to, collaborate.
Do they give you? I want to ask a cute question. Do they give you a hard time because they're like, oh, whatever, and then do they give you crap because you're directing them?
super respectful.
I would imagine on a set everybody kind of chills out and you have to.
Well, it's like you're a musician. It's like when you get other musicians together and you're all kind of jamming. No one's like, oh, you're not playing it well, or you just.
I think I did get that a lot.
Oh, you probably.
I got that a lot. Most other musicians are respected. Like Randy.
I respect you.
I don't know if I introduced you to Randy.
I respect
Cook,
him too.
Who's my sidekick partner in crime. And
psychic.
He's a psychic sidekick, and he's played with such people as Mick Jagger.
Why do you go there all the time?
He says he hasn't played with them, but he might have worked with them.
I did absolutely work with him, but I didn't play with him. I didn't play live with him.
I used to play.
It'd be so fun to play with him, but
I was in Wembley. I was doing Wembley Arena, and Mick called me that morning, and he's like, "Adam, would you like to play some tennis?" And then I meant tennis.
Terrible accent.
Wait, was that
I thought Mick Jagger was sitting next to me. I was like, if you close your eyes.
I don't know how to do Mick Jagger. Yeah. But, okay, so let me ask you this last question. What advice? Let's go back to the acting. You're a professional actor. You're an amazing actor. You're one of my deepest, dearest, darkest friends. I don't know what that came from. But tell me what advice you're going to give to the community out there, the actors, the people that are looking at you and going, holy crap, this dude has had a storied career. Where do I go? Where do I start? What do I do? Is it coaching? Is it school? Is it classes? Is it college? Any tiny snippet of a blueprint?
Honestly, I love Paul Newman. He was always like the guy that I would watch and go, I want to be Paul Newman. I want to have his salad dressings. I want to have his career. Because he was such a great guy. And he once said, if you want to be an actor, just find opportunities to act.
Yep.
And that's really true. I mean, it's really it's like going to the gym. The more you do it, the bigger you get, the better you get. And so just find the opportunities to, if it's a class, in the beginning, if you're not getting the work, just go to class. I mean, the great thing about NYU and studying at NYU was I got to act like, 3 days a week. It was like it was acting all day long. It was like voice and you work on your voice, your body, all the tools that you need as an
immersion.
actor. Yeah. And then some people will say, well, I want to be an actor. I'm going to move to LA. And, there's a class that's once a week, but you're not going to grow as much. If you're taking a class 3 times a week, you'll grow that much more.
And I think what's great about our time, our time and era is that you can make shorts on YouTube. You can actually have talented friends, people that, can shoot.
Pick up a camera, you can make shorts, you can just do it. It's a lot more accessible and easier now, and
it's awesome.
and you can get that work out there, So just do it. Find opportunities, create opportunities for yourself. Just do it.
Don't give yourself excuses. Put the work in, put the time in. If you shoot something every single day, you're going to get better at it. You're going to realize your friends.
10,000 hours.
10,000 hours a day. That's
no, there's no 10,000 hours in a day. But you want to do 10,000 hours.
In my world, there's like 10,000.
In Creationville, there's 10,000 hours in one day.
Peter, that's actually great advice. Not the 10,000 hours in a day, but the actual advice. I want to, but I cannot thank you enough.
Oh, thank you.
For being on the show, taking the time. This dude is...
I came down because you told me you were going to teach me how to play the F chord.
Oh, we didn't even get to that.
Yeah, we didn't even get to that.
Yeah.
But I've been taking guitar lessons
for like
2-3 years, and I'm still having a hard time with the F chord. So he said, well, come down and do my podcast, and I'll teach you the F chord. So
that's amazing. Guitar, that's great.
Yeah.
If you barbecue for me, I once went to a Christmas party of his, and he had the best Oh my God, he said, you're a master barbecue chef.
Thank you.
You are the best.
I love barbecue.
If anybody wants to go to Peter's house, I'll post the address.
Here's what I love to do. I love to invite like all these people over, and then I kind of Great Gatsby it, and I kind of like go to the barbecue in the corner around, and then I kind of peek through the window and watch everybody mingling, and I love that. I love like putting people together and letting everybody kind of like meet each other. And like,
this is what we do on our little community.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Peter,
but there's no barbecue here.
There's barbecue in the other end, in the hospitality room. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you. It's a fun place, Creationville, and I'm so glad to be here in Creationville.
Randy, I can't even thank you enough
unicorns
for being on
and
the
puppies.
show.
And
all of that.
Last week, Randy was going to quit twice, and thank you for being back on the show this week.
You can't ever leave Creationville.
No, I'm stuck
in Creationville. You never leave Creationville.
You cannot.
You guys remember to keep your horsey blinders on. Just block out the noise. Do what Peter says. Just stay in your own lane. Let's do this. We can do this together. We're a team. Get out, work at it, do what you want to do. Don't give yourself a bunch of excuses. We're going to all do this together. Let's go. I felt like something was about to happen. I feel like audio just cut off too.
No.
Yeah, no. Thank you. So we'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much. That's Showbiz. I'm Adam Gaynor. This is Hollywood, and we are in Creationville. Thank you guys for watching.
Like that? Like that? Those are real people.
Peter Facinelli played a vampire, not too scary. And he once played a dad, and he was very mad. Now Peter barbecues a lot.
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope we made you smile or inspired you to do something great. Please help us make this show a success by tagging 3 friends, like our post, sharing, and most importantly, leaving us a comment and subscribing. That means a lot. Don't forget to go to Creationville.com to subscribe to our industry blog that features tips, pointers, and your chance to win a free Edgar Pingleton plush toy. Thank you so much, and see you next time.